Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. I'm so excited to bring you all a pick a shell reading. Those will be the weekend messages of occurring energies in your field. It's mostly yours that are watching this. If you're new, hi and welcome in here to this safe domain, a space of authenticity and of love. And these sharings are also of love. I am a tarot card reader, but also an energy reader that has gone through an awakening. And so I bring you these messages of love and comfort and support as we are transcending. We sometimes need to relax into the fun of life and enjoy the parts because awakening can be a difficult journey sometimes. So it's good to relax. That is the purpose of dimensions of love, is to understand different dimensions. So I'm happy to have you here. To all of my returning subscribers, thank you for staying loyal to this channel, staying loyal to yourself and your journey. And I hope that wherever you are is exactly where you need to be always. But I hope that you're content with everything that is happening in your reality. I'm always excited to have you here. And as I always say to my returning subscribers and to all of you that are new watching, that these energies will always be more potent if you subscribe to this channel, because I first and foremost always tune in to the energy of all of those that have subscribed, just so I can capture the essence of what needs to be said. And again, I'm an energy reader, so take everything how it resonates for you. You have to decode the messages in how it falls into your life and into your journey. So don't put too much emphasis on the words, on the movement, because sometimes we can get too focused on the detail that we don't see the big picture. Try to be open and try to understand so that I can give you all this message accurately and as accurate as possible. And it can only happen if you remain open and allow things to flow. And we're connected to our ancestors, spiritual being, higher dimensions. We are not the only one in this realm of existence. So be open and stay open to every connection that you have so that this transmutation here through this channel can happen. Thank you. Thank you for sitting through that. And if you're not familiar of how we're picking the piles, it's pile 1, 2, and 3. And you always pick your shell with your intuition, of course. Sometimes when we are supposed to pick, we don't feel drawn to any shell. Then I would suggest that you pick a shell that you feel a rejection towards, that you don't like it when you see it. So pick that one instead if you feel there's no special shell you're being drawn to, because sometimes it can play out as an opposite. And again, I will read formally all of you that are watching this right now, your energy, but you also are connected to energies around you that are within you also. So I will pick up on those energies. So it's up to you, because you are the master of your own journey, to understand which part are yours and which part of those energies that you're connecting with, because you know the best. So let's get into this pick a shell reading for the message. And also, if you're watching this in real time, as in this weekend, that will be in November here, it's relevant for this weekend. It's fresh. But also, if you clicked on this video further in time, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you clicked on this, it will be that weekend for whenever day you clicked on this video for that weekend. That makes sense. So thank you for staying through that introduction. And now let's get into this pick a shell reading. So shell number 1. This is your weekend message, what you need to know. This is your shell. I'm going to put the name here. in Latin if you want to look deeper into it. This shell is connecting to finding home. So what's significant with this particular shell is that no matter where it goes to find food, it always circles back to the original place of its home. So it doesn't matter. Scientists have put different rocks to block the way to see if the shell really actually goes to its original home, and it always goes to its original home. And so your message with this shell is that uh, for this weekend, there's something that you're questioning, so you are asking for answers externally because you seem to fail to realize that all your answers that you seek lie internally. So that is your main message of the shell, pile number one. Let's unpack your card and see the deeper meaning. Also, you have a 2 and an 8 with the shell, and if we combine that, we get 2 plus 8, so that's 10. So it is an ending of something, but also a new beginning happening for you this weekend, for all of you that picked shell number one. And it is a connection to the divine because we have the 0 and we have the 1. So it's very powerful for you. Let's unpack your cards. Your first card is the 7 of Wands upright. I love this energy. This is because you're connecting to home and these messages. You're going to connect with the dimensions, and probably why you're even watching this channel. You are going to connect with dimensions within yourself. Maybe you even astral travel this weekend and feel like when you dream that wasn't a dream, it felt too real. So that is what's going to happen with the 7 of Wands, and it is a travel, and it is for this weekend. You might physically travel somewhere, but I feel it's mostly an astral projection happening in a different dimension, in a dream dimension. You're definitely traveling somewhere to find these answers. So your soul is being drawn to explore. Maybe you're going to sleep more or sleep less because you're going to feel a lot of energy for this weekend. Um, I want to say with your card here, Judgment in Reverse, is that something will happen this weekend, or you will come to a realization because there is an awakening and you're going through it in different stages, but there is an awakening where a mask is falling off so that you can share who you truly authentically are. And by being yourself more, you can actually again circle back to that you really don't have to ask someone else to tell you something because the answer already lies within you. And the more authentic that you are, the deeper you can reach to those truths. That's what's coming through for you, pile number one. And also with the 6 of Wands here, it feels very positive for this weekend. It's not a negative feeling at all. It's success. It's really becoming, with the 6 of Wands, it's becoming your own leader. You can lead yourself. You're not asking someone to lead you. You're understanding that you are the captain of the ship. You are the captain. So you're nothing else. You're not just on the boat. And I love this energy if you turn inward. So if you haven't done any meditation, that will be so beneficial. Or go to the forest, so where you're not around electronics or any devices that might disrupt the frequency. And the forest is amazing for that. And then we have the King of Wands, which is you're born a leader. And if you haven't realized it, it becomes more solid on this weekend for you. You're understanding that you're the leader, just like you're leading all of your cells in your body, and that is also mastering your physical body. And then there's different dimensions that you have to master too. So wherever you are in this journey, it is a very masculine energy with you this weekend. It's a very masculine, creative energy. So you're creating. The signs that I'm getting mostly is Scorpio and Leo for you guys, if anyone's interested in that. So that's water and air. But again, it's a new beginning and it's an ending of something. So I really feel this tied into an awakening, but in a process to where you've awakened before. So you're continuing in this journey. But the most important message here is that your answers, again, to circle back to your shell, is that we are never getting that answer that we need externally. It's always internally. So again, if you can do meditation and relaxation to receive those messages, that would be profound. But either way, the energies of this weekend are my pile number ones is that it will happen anyway naturally, and you'll be very creative. That could be also sexually in your physical reality for this weekend. So just those are the points that you need to be aware of from spirit. So thank you very much, pile number one. I hope that that message helped you for this weekend, and I see you all next time. Bye. Hi, pile number two. This is your shell, and I'm going to put the name in Latin here if you're interested in it, but it's a commonly known shell. Uh, but not so common when we're getting into it because pile number two, you have the master number. You have 33. That's your number. And with this shell and your master number, which is, if we are boiling it down, it's going to be 3 plus 3. So that's 6. So the main number of this card is 6. And 6 is act of service. And it's also taking care of others. What's most important with knowing the energy of this shell is that this shell can handle the tides of the ocean, and it does it perfectly with the strings that it attaches itself to the rocks. So when the tides are flowing, it doesn't get crushed by the rocks. It's just very solid. So these strings that are attached are the same way that this shell is saying you might have in your act of service, or someone might perceive you as that. What I'm meaning with this saying is that it's strings attached to the act of service that you do. People might feel like, oh, I have to give something back. It might not be the case that you're actually, that's what you're wanting, but that is how it's being perceived, the energy. But let's unpack your card. What is this act of service talking about? So we have the Queen of Swords upright, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and Three of Cups upright. Let's unpack these cards. Let's start with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. For this weekend, you are resting after hard work. You've been working a lot, and there is a rest here. Definitely a rest in your energy, what I'm feeling, pile number two. But there's also studying, maybe someone in your family studying, or maybe you have children and they have like difficulties with studying. I feel like that's involved in your energy. Something else is in your energy too. So, and it's a message. So I don't know if it's a message of a child with their studies, or if it's a message for you that you've applied in some studies for this weekend that will come through. But there's definitely like I feel your energy is solid in the act of service, but I feel this connection to a child or something else more than that. It can also be an animal. It can be training a dog and having them understand a few things. But it's like it feels like a side note in this energy. The most important that I'm picking up here for you is that resting after hard work and this act of service. Let's continue unpacking these cards. We have the Queen, no, let's take the Nine of Pentacles because I feel like it's connecting because we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So it's joyous. We have the yellow color here, so it's a lot of joy, but it is a break from work to spend times taking care of others, being with others, being, and I feel a lot of feminine energy, and the signs, if you're interested, are Virgo, Libra, and Taurus involved. Beautiful signs, very caring signs, connecting to this card also. And but again, with the strange attacks, it can maybe feel like someone in your energy field this weekend feels like or it might be also that you're feeling that, because you always see that it is strange attached to anything. So when they're trying to do something great for you, this maybe group of women or whatever it is, that you feel like, what's the catch? What's the catch? This can't be just freely given like this. So you're trying to understand what's the catch. And really what spirit is saying to you guys in pile number 2 here is that the most important thing, instead of getting boggled down into those details, is that you need to see the full picture, and the full picture is that it is a celebration after hard work. That is the energy that is mainly here. And the Queen of Swords is, I mean, this energy tells the truth how it is. There's no sugarcoating. There is very alone and wise. This energy is very alone and wise, and it might be that you're not trusting the kindness of others. That's what I'm getting with this energy. That's why it keeps coming back to that. It can be both ways. It can be that they can perceive you, because again, I'm reading energies and now I'm trying to put story, but I want to put some context to where you understand that how this can play out for you, pile number 2's this weekend. So it can be that they are perceiving you as everything that you give, there has to be some given back to you, otherwise it's not real. Or it can be the energy of you holding it, feeling that, hmm, they're giving too much of me. I've been working so hard, and there's this a lack of, because you've been standing so alone, a lack of understanding that, do I really deserve all of this given to me? What's the catch here, really? But there is no catch for this weekend. But since you are embodying the Queen of Sword energy, it can be very lonely, very wise. Again, just try to accept others' kindness the same way as this shell is saying to you, that it's all about kindness, it's all about trusting the tides. And the Tree of Cups again here ties into this feminine energy, this celebration of a female, but mostly also celebration of family, friendship. This is what's happening on this weekend. So it's after hard work, we are bringing in that harvest, and that's the energy of the weekend for you guys. That it's very positive, very joyous, and well deserved after a hard work to do this celebration, because it's also in the harvest season. So we are supposed to reap what we've sown. And what I'm picking up here is that it's very positive. So pile number 2, I hope that these messages help you navigate through your weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye everyone. Hello, pile number 3. These are your weekend messages, and the shell that you picked is connecting to number 17 to begin with, and that boils down to number 8, which gives us purpose, karma, balance, authority, but also material success. So your numbers are looking good, so to speak. And with this particular shell, there is a very interesting story with how the shell began in the human evolution's exploration of it. So the purple color that was colored the first clothing items of royalty was in, of course, royalty, but it was in purple color, but this color smelled. So you had to cover this color with perfume. So it took a lot of shells to be crushed in order to create the purple color to begin with. And then it also smelled. So you needed to have perfume, meaning that only the rich and the kings carried this particular color because they had the fortune to be able to afford perfume so they can cover the smell of these of this color shell that are crushed basically. So what is specific here is that you're always favored by in the 3D reality, no matter if it's your siblings, whatever it is, it always will say that, oh, you're the favorite one, you're always that, because that's your energy. Some people just come in with that energy and it's natural for them. There's nothing strange with that. But also in 3D reality, you feel very rich in your energy field. That's what the shell is saying. It's an energy of the embodiment of richness, of something mysterious that others don't. And why I'm saying mysterious, because that was the first energy that was coming through when I was picking your card. And looking through your cards that we pick is a nine of swords upright, three of swords reverse, page of wands reverse, and the queen of cups reverse. So we got a little reverse cards, but they're not negative. I want to unpack first the page of wands, which is exciting news. It starts off with a faithful lover. So whatever this energy is that is around you, that is in your energy field, or that you might connect to, it's a faithful lover. You deserved it. Maybe some don't feel it, and you are kind of rejecting it. Why I'm saying that is because my pile number 3 is you have the 3 of swords. So your main message here is that you don't have to close yourself off to your emotions. It might be from past heartaches or sorrows that are still lingering there. I don't know if you're connecting to it. That's why I feel like pile number 3, you're very mysterious because your shell is connecting to karma with your numbers. So I'm feeling like, I don't know, if you have some lineage that comes from royalty of some kind, or you're reborn, if you believe in that, there's this energy that the body carries all of those experiences. Um, and so, and scientifically, even now, it's proven that when you test something on mouse and then put it in different generations, that they will feel the connection. It was like I don't know why I'm getting into this side note, but there were mice that they tested on giving them a certain smell, and then with that smell they were electrocuted. And in generations, they measured if with that smell there would be an association with that, the fear of being electrified. And 3 generations down, the mouse that wasn't feeling any physical pain could felt that pain just by that scent. So we carry things in our DNA. We carry things moving forward. And that's exactly what I feel here, why it's mysterious. It feels like you're carrying something that is kind of bleeding out to your future self, to your realities now that might not be yours, but they're happening within your energy. It can be in your energy because this is dimensions of love. It doesn't have to be just physical that you can feel it in your body. It can also be energetically, that you're doing something and someone is constantly, people are blocking you and you're like, what is happening? Or you're dropping stuff constantly and you're like, what's wrong? My hands are not slippery like this. What? It can be things like that, and it's not even yours to carry, but it is in your energy field. So sometimes we are being called to clean things out here. And what needs to be cleaned mostly is this, I feel this sorrow that's coming through, because we have the 9 of swords here. So it's like anxiety, and you might have difficulty even sleeping on this weekend because of this energy. you're definitely coming from this royalty and this richness, and you've been very spoiled by the universe into having these anxieties, and it feels like a lot of polarities and mysteries around this energy for you, pile number threes, for this weekend. But what I can say physically, it might be that you have a difficult time sleeping and that there is this lingering of sorrow. So if this happens in the weekend, that there's a message from a young lover, or that you are connecting with, you're just something romantically that feels very young and very playful, that some part of you are rejecting that. And so don't reject it, try to stay open with it to clear out that energy. So don't get lost in your inner world, because when this happens and we don't trust, and it's like, if I'm gonna give you a metaphor, it's like royalty cannot mess up. You can't be seen with it too young. People will talk, it can be something like that. Or just in your energy field, I'm giving you something physical now, and in the storyline that might not resonate. But for, I just want you to, all of you, to have a story to understand what I'm trying to decode here as in the energy field, because it feels very mysterious. But it's like, when you start to get too caught up in your inner world, which you will do in this weekend because of this, you start questioning things, maybe because of that message coming in, or it's a message coming through another dimension. And so you start to act without authentic emotions because you don't want to get caught up. And there's this kind of blockage in those emotions because of this sorrow that is lingering. So you're being asked to release it and understand that it's connected to karma for you guys this weekend. It is very mysterious for you guys in pile number three. It really is. So it's it's very positive, but it is a cleansing of some sort. And the signs here are Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, and also Aries. I'm feeling a lot of fire with your energy and mystery, but also this contrast of yeah, you really are in dimensions of love. You're in the right channel here, because there are different dimension and different opponents playing for you guys on this weekend. And this is the only thing that is being revealed right now, the only thing that spirit wants you to know. So I hope that it helps you a little bit to navigate and doesn't confuse too much here. um as always, thank you for being here, pile number three, and everyone that are still watching this video. I appreciate you, and I hope that this message helped you. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and return to this channel. And I hope to make more videos. I'm not frequently doing a lot of posting on my channel, but as soon as I have the time, I'm stepping through and bringing you messages and clarity. So thank you for being here, and have a wonderful day. I'm sending you love your way. Bye, everyone.